Hey boys, how's it going? It's Aki again, back with another Clash of Clans video. And boys, today's video you guys have been really hyped for. It's raid weekend video again, and we're gonna go through some two shots I did. And yes, I've been up early hitting these bases, so let's check these out. Let's start with the Golem Quarry, I'd say. So first attack. Remember, step for this base is usually the same thing that I do every time. It's this first hit that I always like to bring the hogs, the battle rams, and the miners with two graveyards and a frost spell. Reason being, I think it gets the most value on the first attack. I think it's because it sets up the second attack pretty well, and you'll see why, and you'll see what I mean actually too. Because, and let me pause. That skeleton spell goes there in the dead zone because I want this blast spell, this rocket artillery all shooting there, this mortar shooting there, so that way it kind of creates a good amount of tanking for my battle rams. Frost spell, you're like, whoa, Akash, that was absolutely terrible. You missed a blast spell and rocket artillery. And yes, that is actually pretty bad, but you'll see why that actually turns out to be a really good thing. Is because I got all these point defenses. You're like, okay, I guess I'll buy that, but you'll see why in the second attack. It really makes much more sense then. Okay, so I've got my frost down. Now I've got my second graveyard in that dead zone, so that blast bow shoots at it, and this mortar, all that stuff just shoots there. And then I could just slowly put some battle rams in, get them to get destroyed so those skeletons start spawning from the graveyard spell, and then slowly just put some hog riders in. See what defenses need them. Look at the blast bow, get that mortar, target on this, get the spear thrower out, and just now slowly just let it work. This is all that I want on the first hit. Nothing too crazy, nothing crazy fancy you have to do. You can just kind of have some fun with it and don't have to be too hard on yourself, because this attack usually is like the more enjoyable one. I usually have to focus harder in on the second one because you'll see something. I do something pretty nasty. Is I leave up I think close to 6.6k. I think. Yeah, definitely, or maybe even a little higher. Let's speed through the rest of this. Yeah. So 6.68. Tough, but look at this. Look what we're gonna do. And usually I would bring in the same army, but I'm like, you know what, Akash, you need the big guns out. You need to bring out the Sparky. So, because I had those two graveyards down, I bring two more and then the haste spell, obviously. But check this out. Now this is why you can see this frost spell is actually perfect. Is because look how many point defenses I got in there. 4 cannons, 2 spear throwers. We even got a mortar in there and then a multi-cannon as well. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. And I'm going to start up here to start just cleaning all in one direction, because Sparky takes some time, and you'll see one attack later that you're going to see like, oh, okay, I see why you always mention time. Is because I want to make it so the funneling's easy. Sparky goes up here, takes these buildings out, takes these middle buildings out, goes up here, and then we end off the attack in this last region. So, I'm going to point out some mistakes too that I make. First skeleton spell on that rocket artillery, I probably could have waited on it, but it's okay. Get some battle rams in for tanking, and then look at me. Come on. Gosh, what are you doing? You just throw it right at a multi-cannon? Not smart. Don't do that. That's one thing you learn off me. Don't make those silly mistakes, because it's just not worth it. And then did you see how that multi-cannon was down to 1 health? That's why I put that barbarian in, just to speed things up, to get me through there so my Sparky didn't have to take a second shot. And then I'm going to try to defend with the giant to just tank some blast bow shots, but not really. It didn't work too well because it locks right on because they get in its dead zone. But it's only going to take me 2 shots. Now, just get some battle rams in for tanking. And slowly just look at your Sparky. Don't do anything drastic. Just let you see there's so much tanking. I've got so many troops left. Skeletons keep spawning from the graveyard. So we're looking good right now. But always just make sure that you're tanking for Sparky. And here's one thing I always like to do is I like to put some giants in haste. If my Sparky's got a good tanking, and here's my mistake. Check this out, guys. I was slow on a giant, and now look, this cannon, this spear thrower, this blast bow locks on my Sparky. I'm actually kind of lucky because it's going to take way too much damage, and it was lucky those buildings got one shot because they were kind of damaged by skeletons, or I could have been in some serious trouble. Because look, my Sparky got to half health, but I've got so much tanking, and I'm pretty smart with my tanking now, that I wasn't too worried, even if it had been like 25% health. But you'll see why this is so important to do, because there's going to be some attacks here in this raid that you're going to be like, oh gosh, that kind of really sucks. But that's all due to the fact that if you can just be a little, I'd say, what do you want to call it? Maybe, yeah, just careful. Just be like careful how you use your Sparky, how you tank for it. Yeah, it looks like you have a bunch of battle rams because there's 14 at the start of the attack. But if you're smart with it, you can do really, really well. So, There's our first district out of the way. And now, let's head over to Skeleton Park. This one's always a fun one for me because this one gets to bring out my friend the Golem. This was almost stock, but they had changed up. What did I notice they changed it up? I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it was some placement of a cannon that I was just like, you know what? I don't want to do anything too drastic, so I'll show the boys how to do a two-shot on this. Just super easy with the Golem, because I know a lot of you don't want to learn the one-shots, but there's a couple districts here that are one-shottable, and then I do attempt it. But you'll see what I mean. Trust. So Golem goes down. He's just kind of shattered his way through those. I like tanking for my Golem early rather than later because I want to keep him as close to full health as I can, close to the end of the attack. So now look, all my troops are deployed. I can literally just go 4 times, and we're just gonna watch a Golem beat up on all these buildings and see how far he can get. Frostbow is down on that. Rocket artillery, get that done. Golem makes his way to the minion hive. Hopefully takes that out. He does in 2 shots. Multi-cannon's down. Air D's down. Mega Tesla's down. Look at this. Look how far he actually gets. It's actually crazy how much health the Golem has. Reflector. Get the second reflector too. Multi-cannon as well. Come on. 6.8k first hit. How crazy is that? And then the second one, I was just being safe, but I also wanted to have some fun with that. I just threw another Golem at it. But this time just like absolutely acting brain dead, not even caring. So I just threw everything down, slammed it. And because I knew it was only worth like what? Less than 4k? But with my bonus I'll get 4k, so I wasn't too worried about it because my Golem just dealt with 7k pretty much. So come on. I wasn't nervous at all. So Golem on Skeleton Park is usually my thing. I really don't. I love Haste Graveyard in pretty much every district except this one. I don't know. I find because it's so spread out, I love the Golem on it. He's got so much health. I know how to use him on it, and I would recommend him on Skeleton Park. Okay, now here comes our first. Oh, actually no, we'll go into this is it. Goblin Mines. This district can be one-shottable. It's even easier if you can get this minion hive a level lower, like say level 2. But the goal here stays the same. I'm going to drop a... Yeah, this definitely could have been one-shottable, but you'll notice what I start doing. A rage goes down on this reflector here. Kind of dropped right in front of it, or kind of just like... Not in its middle, but like a little below that. Then my second rage always goes between the spear thrower and this crusher. So like here, in between. Then, first things first, I put down a battle ram and then my Sparky here at this kind of small tree. And then as that works, I get some battle rams to go over this bridge just to distract for that single inferno. We'll do that as it goes because I want you guys to see how I do it. Because even if you can't get the one shot, you can get a lot of loot from this. There goes my second battle ram. Those are just going to start tanking. Spear throwers come out of the goblin thrower, and then we're just going to take it out with a... Usually what you want, if you want to be really efficient, is you need to have all those spear goblins taken out by just your zap. But I didn't, which is... It's okay, but... Sparky makes her way through. And then I'm going to point one thing out too. There's a spirit battle ram that I just hucked in. This top zone is usually taking care of a 2 giant and a wizard behind. So you'll see me do that. Show that. And that's going to take care of that top zone. Sparky's down here doing her thing. I'm going to put a Barb at this little trash building here. But you'll notice I'm going to wait a little bit for it. I'm just going to take that reflector out. I think I take those cannons out and then I start there. Those giants, that wizard's doing their thing. I'm not too focused on that. There goes that one Barb to clear that up. Sparky's making it through. Once that giant cannon locks on, there goes those barbarians. 3 of them, and then 3 more to take care of that area. Now, as this multi-mortar goes down, you're going to see me do something. Skeleton barrel, and then I'm going to put an Inferno Dragon in front to take care of this blast bow. But now you'll notice, because I needed to use an extra battle ram earlier, I couldn't get my Sparky into there. And that would have really helped my attack out, because I'll speed up now, because my Sparky was still 25% health. But if I get through there and have 1 extra barbarian, I would have had it. Look at me. I get really close, but those spear throwers do me dirty. So I get a 1-star 88% over, I think I end up with 8k loot, I think. No, 8 point something actually. Those giants get me through those spear throwers. So 9k, guys. You can get a 9k hit. So if you're like, say you got multiple accounts and you need a big one, this is what you can do. But sadly, I couldn't get it to go. And I'll show you the second attack just to keep everything transparent. I don't want to. But this one, I just kind of huck stuff down and boom, rage, giant to tank. Super easy. You could have done anything. You could have jumped. You could have thrown anything you wanted at it. All mass giants. There's nothing left. Okay, and let's go to Dragon Cliffs. Here's another one. Your boy was kind of in the dungeon. This is a 9k hit. This one, I need to point something out. They did me dirty. This isn't really stock, but I tried to hit it in stock form. This dragon right here is usually by this bomb tower, but it wasn't. So I'm gonna, if it was, it didn't really matter this time. Usually I drop a frost spell right here, not on this wall, but just a little below it, so it'll get that dragon in it too. This time, I do it even earlier, just so I can deal with that dragon as well, but I still don't get it. And then a free heal spell goes kind of on this bomb tower, maybe to the little left of it. No problem, whatever you want. Kind of in that zone. But usually if it was 100% stock, it would be to the right-hand side of the bomb tower. But now I'm really just kind of, because that dragon's in here, they did me kind of dirty with that. Then you're going to put a barbarian down to take this trash building. The dragon's going to lure to it, right? But then you're going to drop barbarians to try going into one barbarian to try going to this trash building so you can lure that dragon all the way over here and then here. That's the goal. So here goes the first barbarian. It's going to go down. Zap trap popped as well. Now there's the dragon. It's locked on and it's going to stay on that barb. I dropped some of my miners down. There goes my second barb because I need to take that building out. Now watch pause. Now you're probably like, oh, he's going to lock back on. No. Here comes a barbarian to do him dirty again. And then this battle ram just to break it in. But because super miners have been so nerfed, I think that's the problem I run into now these days. Look, because all my troops are down, now just super miners, is usually you could have done this with full force, but because miners have been nerfed so much, this one's it gets you really close to a one shot. You would maybe need it to work the base worth, the district worth like say 8 point something K, but hey, we got super close. Like you'll see, like I got 93%, but I just couldn't get it done quite. But I thought I'd still show you because I know some of you guys told me you guys are playing with like Capital Hall 8, so your districts are probably level 3 and 4. This strategy works really well against it. Like look, I got super close. Like I still got 8.7k, but sadly I didn't get the one shot. But it's super close. And then obviously I'm going to show you the second hit because I'm not like that. Throw everything down. Spam it. Super easy. But I just want to show you just because I don't feel like it's fair, so it doesn't look like I'm showing you some different district. And now look at this. This one probably hurt the most. This, you're like, it's stock, it's stock. No, it's not. They did me dirty. Look at this. This giant cannon's usually here with this single cannon, so you can't do the normal one you would do. So look, I'm bringing my own Haste Graveyard Sparky, and this is, I want to show you how strong it is. This is worth 9.5k, and look, first step, nothing crazy, because this isn't you can use it as a one-shot strategy. I've seen it be used, but like I'm just getting so much better with it that you can kind of use it for that. Here goes, there's a battle round goes down. It's going to get those 2 log traps. I'm going to put my graveyard on the giant cannon, giant down to tank, and then I'm slowly just going to keep tanking for my Sparky. But if you can take one thing from me is be really careful. Don't get, I don't know, like happy that you've got so much tanking. Be slow and steady with it. Like use the minimum amount of tanking you need. Like I'm being a little too, I don't know, what is it? Crazy with my battle rams. I didn't need 3 battle rams there. I was being reckless because you'll notice if I didn't use those, there's a 4th one I just used for no reason. I don't know what was going through my head. I'll blame it on it being early, but I really can't. Just learn from that because this would have been 100% a one shot had I not used those too early. And that's another mistake. That zap trap that popped goes on my Sparky. That shouldn't happen. That's completely on me. And one thing, this blast bow, I should have put the skeleton spell on it earlier, but it's not too bad because it still goes down. But that's one thing I should mention that right away. Have that down like right at the start of the attack, so it'll go down once your Sparky actually arrives there. Okay, so Sparky's just going to keep cleaning her way through here. Battle round down. Now I'm getting really good with my tanking as I'm going later and deeper into the attack. But had I been a little better earlier, who knows how well this attack would have went. Now these battle rams are actually smart because I need to tank for those spirit throwers in there. And hence, now I'm being so stingy is because I was being so reckless early on. So all those walls go down because Sparky took 3 shots. That was kind of cool to see. And now slowly just putting battle rams in there. But you'll notice I only have 2 left. And that's because if I had just been a little smarter, it would have been fine. There goes that cannon down with some hogs. This is what I mean. I'll pause here. If I had taken this blast bow down with the graveyard spell earlier, it would have been down. I wouldn't have got some shots off on these hog riders that are helping me clean. Because that's actually, they're being really clutch. Sparky's still close to full health. So you know what I mean. Like, I was doing a pretty good job with it. I think I just got kind of unlucky. If I had just been a little smarter with my battle rams, hence why I want to really show you this replay is because you guys can get one shots. I don't know, man. I should have been careful. I'll go to 2 times just to get it closer to here, but I'll slow it back down because I want you guys to see everything. Where I use my troops, where I don't use my troops. Sparky takes out that giant cannon. I get some more tanking from these graveyard spell skeletons that popped up, but man, it really stung because now at this point I'm almost about to time fail too because this is at the max time. I think I end up time filling my Sparky. I don't think goes down if I'm not correct. That's why I'm now getting that skeleton barrel quicker in because I could have delayed it, but the attack's running right down to the wire. So, but look, Sparky takes that out. Sparky's gonna lock back onto the giant cannon. Gonna take that out. Boom! There goes the Mega Tesla down too, and look, locks onto the air D, and this is gonna be I think a 9k hit. And see, I run out of time. My Sparky doesn't even go down. See, if I had those battle rams, I could have got through there, and there was no defenses left. 97%, 9k hit. That one stung. I can't lie. That one stung a lot, actually. But hey, you can't do anything about it. It's all good. It happens. But now I just want to show you the second hit, but super easy. But definitely, one shots are available. You just gotta be, I don't know. You gotta be smarter with them. And now let's move our way to Balloon Lagoon. Also, not stock at all, but Haste Graveyard Sparky is just so good on this district. Now here comes my battle rams. Tank, Giant down as well, Sparky down to kind of help me. And this district, honestly, even not in stock form at all, like look at these blast bows are way different than they usually are. You can get pretty close to a one shot. Just, what would my advice be? Maybe keep practicing on your own districts, like do friendly challenges. That's what I do to learn one shot. And learn the art of Sparky, especially on Balloon Lagoon. It's the easiest to get a one shot on with Sparky. But man, you got to be better with your tanking, and hopefully it's 100% stock because that's when it works best for. But I've definitely had non-default one shots as well, and those have been probably my funnest attacks I've ever done. And now look, there goes my first graveyard spell down, and I'm already 20% down the district. I've gotten a lot better without spamming stuff down and like being careful. So that's why I want to show you my mistakes and the good things I've been doing. But now just tanking that Inferno realistically, and you'll see another mistake. I don't think it's even a mistake. It's not on me. It's kind of more just my Sparky's pathing because my Sparky's full health, so we're doing really well. And I've got so many tanking troops. It's just I didn't anticipate my Sparky going where she did. I thought she paused right here. I thought now I'm going to get a graveyard spell down here, kind of at the spear thrower, deflect all these buildings, get through these. But Sparky actually ends up going into this right. If I went here, I would have rather had my graveyard spell down here. But I anticipated wrong. And I guess that's on me, but I really thought I would have had that one. See, as she goes to this cannon, I'm like, oh, she's definitely going to the spear thrower next. But nope. And then there goes the graveyard that I was anticipating there. That kind of sucked. So I'll speed through the rest of this because now it's Sparky just kind of taking down as many buildings as she can. But I really thought, I'm not going to say I would have got the one shot, but I would have got like even more loot had she had went up the top way, where that skeleton spell is now kind of just useless. Sadly, all good though. We're still doing pretty well. I think it's going to be obviously over 6k. Yeah, because now Sparky's just getting through these trash buildings, trying to break through walls. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. And Sparky's still half health, and I'm out of time. Like, see, I definitely would have had it. I know a lot of the base was still left, like over 28%, but that one stung. And then, second hit, you already know, boys. Miners in that, spam them down. Because now there's nothing left, so I'm just like, get those down. They're just going to clean up all these trash buildings. Up really quick, actually, so it's not even boring. And then obviously I'm doing it as a replay, but you can just like sim out real quick. And then let's go to Wizard Valley. Old Wizard Valley. Again, not stock. They put 2 Infernos into the middle. Usually they're out here in front of this little compartment. So you can't really do the one shot, but I give my the college try because I thought I could. Always start off with a battle ram. There's always a little bomb there, and then I got my giant in and a barbarian just to help with tanking. And as this base is designed, battle rams don't really provide you much because they don't go through the base, through the core that I want. So maybe one thing I would recommend is maybe a little more giants and battle rams on Wizard Valley would be smart. And now I just get my graveyard spells to tank those Infernos. Because if they lock onto my Sparky, I'm kind of cooked. I've only got 1 Hog Rider to help me out. So now I get 2 more giants under haste. That was done on purpose. You're like, why didn't you do them one at a time? More so just like I want to get the damage in and through these defenses before my graveyard stop spawning skeletons. So that's why I want to be really quick with it. And then another mistake I make here is those 2 barbarians should have been on the multi-cannon. But come on. I just angle it wrong and they're thrown at the district hall and they get kind of wasted. So just little mistakes like that I really want to show too because I feel like you guys can learn a lot from them. And then I'll speed through the rest. Sparky's full health, guys. Like, I don't know. Now just looking back on this attack, maybe just I got to be more careful about using tanking early. But then again, if you don't tank early, your Sparky's going to be lower health. So I think I did what I could with it, but it's definitely easy 2-shot. But if this was a stock base, I'll show you. Once I get to stock bases, I'm really good at one-shotting. But when they're like not stock, I even got like that Builder's Hall was not stock. Builder's Workshop, sorry, was not stock, and I almost got the one-shot. And then it locks onto this Inferno Tower, which kind of sucks, but boom, Sparky goes down. 6.5k hit. Second one's super easy. We're just going to miner spam it, so I'm not even going to waste your guys' time with this. Miners go down. I don't even use the haste. I think I was a little upset that I didn't get the attack I wanted, but I end up going through it, so. And then graveyard starts spawning as they go down. Super easy. And that's what I want to do. I want to make these easy just because my videos are for some of the really good players that really want to like get in as much loot, but also for guys that just don't want to spend too much time on their attacks. And look, we've got a fully maxed out Barb camp almost. I think they're 1 level wall short. Or is this? I think this is actually maxed. But one thing you should see right away. See how everything is so spread out, so spread out? That right away tells you and screams to you, you got to use Golem. Because Golem is the best for these kind of districts. I'll go to 2 times because now I'm just cleaning up junk. But here we go. So Golem goes in. Those battle rams are just... He doesn't need to break into walls. Obviously, he just goes right through them. But that's more just to tank the multi-cannon. Just because I don't want too much damage on my Golem early. And then you'll see what I'm going to do. I actually kind of liked what I did here. I see all these little buildings. And then let me just pause quickly. Frostbelt goes down on these multi-cannons because they do so much damage. These buildings here, I'm like, you know what? Golem's doing some solid pathing. I want him to go up towards here. I'm going to use Hog Riders to just clear through these trash. So, you'll see them come in towards the haste as the Golem's going to go towards those army camps. And that's hence the reason why I needed to put these down is because I want them to actually go force toward the bomb tower air department there. And these hogs are going to do their thing, get through the spirit throw, get through that air defense. And then Golem's going to lock onto that. Air bombs next, go to the Mega Tesla and kind of clean up there. All my troops are down, and these minions, I'm going to speed through this because I don't want you guys to just see. I was honestly just looking, can I get some value out of them? There were more so for those giants, but I couldn't get through these buildings, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to have to wait for them. And you'll see, it takes a while because Golem's going to smash through this. We're already close to 5k loot taken. He smashes through that wall, gets through those giants. Air defense, district hall. And there goes those minions on that air D just to take it out and just to provide some extra tanking. But 6.4k hit, super easy. And now watch his second hit. Coming in with Golem again just to be safe because it's still 5k left and it's still like a max base. And then frost spells down. And now I'm just I'll speed through it like at 2 times just so you can see it easier. Golem's just kind of do his thing. Put some more Hog Riders down just to help him out. Speed things up. At the blast bow there, I just put 2 Hog Riders down. And now I'm just saving my minions. I haven't force quit yet. There they go. Just on those giants right there to speed things up. Just because I don't want to time fill, obviously. Go to 4 times. And Golem's going to just kind of walk through the rest of the space. and there's just gonna be that one spear thrower left up there. And yeah, that's pretty much every district two-shotted, and almost one-shotted on some of them. I think I almost had 3 of them: a Goblin Mines, Dragon, and then Builder's Workshop. But let me know if you guys like me just trying to two-shot these districts. Do you want to see me hit Capital Peaks next? What do you want to see tomorrow's video? Do you want to see Raid Weekend again? Do you want to see me do another complete raid and two-shot it? Let me know. And if that's something you guys want to see, I'll definitely do it for you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.